What is up, everybody? Mobogsley here, back again with another Flesh and Blood video. Today we are playing Prism in Blitz. This is very similar to the deck that I got second with. We just added Angel Mommy into the list. So Angel Mommy is a good card. Against Rhinar for equipment, we want, let's go Goliath Gauntlet. Let's try to be more aggro. No, let's go Ironhide Gauntlet. And then the rest is pretty just staples. See, if you guys like this kind of video, leave a like down below, subscribe. Ooh, they got the Arsenal Pass sleeves. Ooh, I'm going to say nice sleeves, because those things are sick. So their deck is almost all poppers, and I do not want to let them cycle, so we're just going to play a Shimmers here. I'll play a Shimmers to not let them cycle at all, and we're just going to Arsenal this Red Herald Protection to really try to take over the tempo next turn. Basically try to force them to pop Shimmers as well. If not, we're going to get huge tempo. And we drew all yellows, which is great. Everything in our hand blocks, so we really don't care what they intimidate. As long as we don't die, we're just staying alive, staying alive. Bump, 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 bump. Staying alive, staying alive. Ooh, they pitched 2 reds, which means they probably don't have a way to cast anything, and they're just going to pop our Shimmers. Okay, they popped the Shimmers, so this is going to be a very, very slow start for them. So first we're going to throw out this Wartune Herald, basically to bait a popper. We do have a decision, though. We either Arsenal this, that's all you got, for a way to defend against a big Intimidate turn, or we pitch it here to try to go Wartune, Herald Protection. And we're going to go the Wartune, Herald Protection plan if they don't have a popper. That all you got might be better to hold, but since we have the tempo right now, I want to try to hold the tempo as long as I can. So that does get popped. I do want to pay 1. And now we're just going to throw Herald Protection at them red, forcing another popper out of their hand, which they should have. They should have a popper. This is not a great matchup for us. But we're going to Arsenal this other Herald Protection to just try to hold tempo. So another popper. And hopefully they can't do much on their turn. In this matchup, you're really just trying to get these auras down and stack up as many auras as you can while you're staying alive. Because bump, 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 staying alive, staying alive. So on our turn, we are going to drop this Merciful plus a Haze Bending probably. Do we want to block this, though? So we're going to pitch a blue and use Tunic for that. So yeah, we can go ahead and just pop this. Block this with Herald of Erudition, save some life. And we're just going to double aura them on our turn. So remove this kind from Tunic. And now the option is, do we want Haze Bending or do we want Shimmers? I believe Haze Bending is just the better of the 2 auras against the deck that struggles against auras. So we're not going to attack for 1 because there is no go again. We're just going to drop this Haze Bending and pass the turn back. Giving them their full hand, which is why that's all you got, might have been the better play to Arsenal that turn. Brain no work sometimes, and sometimes we make play mistakes. Drawing a sink below here is huge if we can keep it. Berserk. Until end of turn, whenever you discard a card, or 6 or more, banish it. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more, draw a card. So it might just be dead this turn. This might just be the kill turn. Oh my god, this might just be the kill turn. That's a Blood Rush Bellow. That is a Beaten Trackers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're doing it. They're doing the thing. We lost our Sink Below too. So we only have 2 cards of block in our hand now. This is terrifying. Help me, I'm scared. Help me, I'm scared. This is going to be a full block turn if we can survive it. Giving Rhinar a 5-card hand is terrifying, but double auraing them is how we, get tempo back and try to not lose the game. All right, so Sand Sketch plan. This means our whole hand is getting intimidated this turn. So Berserk triggers. They're going to keep drawing cards, keep doing all the cool stuff. And we are just going to die. Beast Within was discarded, so another Intimidate trigger. We can't do anything if we wanted to, so we're just here for the ride. And the ride might just be death. Okay, there's the non-block gone. That's good for us at least. But like I said, they have 3 cards still in their hand, 1 floating. All their attacks are +2 this turn. 2 action points up. They can destroy beaten trackers for another action point. I do not see a world where I live this turn. But our opponent is going to... All right, so first they're doing a Mandible Claw. That is at us. Okay. I do think I want to just block 6 here. To not even risk dying. They have 2 up. So we're going to get hit by whatever hits us next. But I'm not going to take any risks. Let's just block for 6. Try to stay as high as possible. They're probably going to claw us again for 5. Can't really do much about that. We're just going to take 5 if that happens. On our turn, we can throw a Herald at them, and then go 1/1, pitching Sink Below maybe to keep our action point, or we just Arsenal Sink Below to save our life. This is a big turn though. They have used 1 Berserk, Alpha Rampage is gone, 1 Blood Rush Bellow is gone, and 1 Sand Sketch Plan is gone. In the Banish zone, they also have a Beast Within and a Savage Feast. They're going to be rolling some dice here. They rolled a 1. That's a big oof. Those brutes love to roll their dice, and sometimes you roll 1s. So Barraging Beatdown is +4. +2 from this, so that's +6. +7, +8 to whatever they do this turn. A big ol' +8 attack this to whatever they do next. It might just be a claw, though. I doubt it. Claws do have go again, so they could just claw me for like 11 and then play another card and just kill me. Ugh, this is not looking great. This does not feel great whatsoever. It is a pack hunt, which does intimidate, but we were smart and full blocked last turn. This is for 14. They do have an action point left. I am going to throw a Tunic here, I think. No, there's no reason to throw a Tunic here. I think we just take the full 14 and go down to 6. Down to 6 we go. Oof. That's a red they can't class, and if they can't class, that would be amazing. If they do class, we have to throw our Skull Cap in front of it and take 3, going down to 3. They closed the combat turn. Okay, we lived through that turn. Let's go ahead and throw this Herald Protection at them. And try to strip a card from their hand. This might just be a Crown of Providence block. I do not want to pay 1, so we'll throw the 1 Arcane, get a card in our soul, and we'll just pass the turn back over to them. We did draw a Soul Shield, which is great if it doesn't get intimidated. Otherwise, we're just going to Arsenal that and play the Stay Alive song again. The plan for these videos, by the way, is to record 3 in one session. If we have 2 really long games, it will just be two games, but I just want everyone an insight of what I think about and how our games go. So they're pitching a red Pulping to intimidate us once, which we don't care about. They are discarding a Beast Within. They are currently thinking about beaten trackers here. They chose not to destroy beaten trackers. They got rid of our Arc Light Sentinel. Ugh. And Swing Big was added to hand. So this is for 6. I think I just want to Soul Shield this. But what does that let me do on my turn? If I Soul Shield this, I don't do anything on my turn. I could just block with the Findels and sink this Merciful. That seems better. So let's go and block with Findels. Lets us gain a life, which is pretty cool. And we're going to sink below this. We're doing this so we can keep Soul Shield and Arsenal it. The other game plan would be to play Arclight Sentinel, but I don't think we need it right now. So let's just go ahead and throw this War Tune Herald at them. This lets us buy back our action point and swing for 2 more and try to get these life totals a little bit closer for us. They also might just not block. and take 5, 6, 7, and then try to kill us. But Soul Shield and Arsenal is some great defense against that. They are out of Beast Withins, though, which is notable. They're out of 2 of their equipment pieces. They still have all the barraging beatdowns, though, which is terrifying. Really do love the Arsenal pack sleeves, though. Such a nice art. Opponent is blocking with High Roller and their Crown, so they're going to cycle a card from their hand and see what they can get. Maybe they're cycling this Arsenal card. They chose to cycle the Arsenal card. So no on hit is there. And we're just going to swing for 2 more. Get some chip damage in. They might just take this because they're at 16 still and they have tons of time to work with. Blocking with beaten trackers, which means they're probably going to go for the extra action point next turn. Swing for 1 more. We actually got some damage in. Let's go, guys. Finally hit. So we do another Soul Shield. If that does not get banished, that might be interesting. Barraging Beatdown. Do we want to respond? We can respond by making a Spectral Shield, but I don't think we need to. We'll just let that happen. As long as we don't just have Herald of Protection red left in our hand, we'll be okay here. Because that's the only card that doesn't work with Soul Shield. Okay, so we're getting hit for a 7 here. 11. All right, because if we block with 2 cards. So we can just go ahead and Soul Shield plus Herald of Protection here. That seems pretty good. My opponent said whoops, so we're going to make sure they don't need to go back. Staying alive, staying alive. Whenever my opponent says whoops on Talishar, I always want to give them the option to rewind if needed. I think they blew up their boots by accident. They're not responding. Nah, it's okay. I need to learn. All right, so they are going to not go back here. So we're going to block like that. And then in the reaction step, we're going to Soul Shield. Our turn. If I was playing on paper, I would attack first and then make the shield. But on Talishar, I don't like to risk it, so I just make the shield first to make sure everything has to go again. Just to save myself some oopsies moments. So we're swinging for 3 here. Not a huge turn, but this is how the Prism control game works. Sometimes you are War Tune aggro. Other times you are super slow, super dirtily control. And this is one of those control games. So if we can untap or go to our turn with this yellow and these 2 reds, we could have a huge turn of just aggro with these heralds. Just 7 for 1, 7 for 1, and then go 1, 1, 1. But we will see how much they intimidate us, how much they push us to block. They're out of equipment. Spectral Shield does come in for 1 Arcane if they choose to pop that, which they might. Let's go ahead and take a look at... Ooh, they're playing Pulping, which is the draw card, discard at random. If it's 6 or more, it gains Dominate. If it's defined by less than 2 cards, it gets Go again. Pitching 2 reds there. Banishing a Skull Crack, which gets them a resource. Which also gets that Go again if I don't block with 2 cards. Which I don't think I really care about the Go again, because I only have 1 floating. I am just going to Soul Shield this. We're going to pitch a passing so we can block with our Ironheart Gauntlet if needed. So they're going to claw us. Are they clawing us or are they going to claw one of our auras is the question. If they claw us, we're just going to block with both of our equipment. Probably Footsteps and Skullcap. but they are going to pop our Merciful instead, which is probably smarter. Okay. Let us play Miraging Metamorph. So 7. If they pop Miraging Metamorph, we're going to make a copy of probably just Spectral Shield. Just because Spectral Shields are extra life and are great to have around. Haze Bending is also fine, but I don't think they're going to pop any more of our auras. So I'd rather have the 1 life Spectral Shield than a blue aura at this moment. Sorry, my voice is getting a little bit torn. Opponent has a big choice here, as if they're going to pop it or just take it. What is this? Savage Beatdown, so they are popping it. Let's go ahead and make a copy of a Perpetual Shield and get our action point back. And now we're just going to play the poke game. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Remove counter from Tunic and throw another 7. This is what Prism loves to do. Just be super annoying. Play the long game, because the longer the game goes, the more likely Prism is to win. With all these Spectral Shields, Haze Bendings, all these stupid annoying auras that all have relevant effects and just poke you for 1. It's a bunch of like mini Kodachis, just death by 1. So they're taking the first one. Probably going to take all of these then, if I had to guess. Which is perfect, because it gets them to 7. So this Wartune Herald is going to demand a card from their hand. Which is exactly where we want to be. So we're going to demand at least a popper from their hand, which will give us all the tempo in the game back. There's a popper, a yellow Wrecker Womp. Womp womp. So we're going to pass back now. Interesting enough, we didn't draw an attack, but we drew invoke Angel Mommy. So we'll see if we can go and just play this on our turn. They're just going to claw us for 3. Oh, they're attacking Haze Bending, actually. Interesting. Alright. Well, Haze Bending's dead. So here, so this costs 2 to attack with. So I couldn't make another Spectral now, but there's no reason to. I'm just going to go ahead and invoke her now, pitching to Genesis. Turning that into our mommy. She does not have Spectra or anything like that, so that's cool. So I don't have to worry about attacking with her and her dying. First time actually playing with this card, so I am learning with you guys. Whenever she attacks, I may banish a light card from my soul. If I do, it deals 1 arcane damage. Interesting. And then whenever it deals damage, I gain that much life. So this might be the last turn of the game. Just because I'm going to gain a bunch of life off of our Angel. We're going to Arsenal this Oasis Respite and hopefully just take over the game this way. So I'm just going to poke in for 1 again. We haven't blocked with Skullcap yet, which feels really bad. Maybe I missed that window to attack with it. I want to banish a card from my soul, please. And deal 1 arcane to Rhinar, which gains me a life. Now this is a must block. If they only block with 1 card, I'll gain another life, which is also great. So I should go up to at least 9 here. Cool. I go up to 9. Arsenal this. If I draw a Merciful Retribution, I win the game on the spot. Instead, I draw another Oasis Respite, which is pretty annoying because with 1 blue, I can prevent 8 damage and block with my Ironhide Gauntlets without even thinking about it. We can also keep a yellow to attack with our Angel. So this game is looking like it's all but over. But you never know, because Reinhardt could just get there with a big Intimidate hand, so we have to see what happens. What is Stealth looking to do over there? Sans Catch Plan is the first card played. Interesting about Angel Mommy is she has Ward 4, so if we would take damage, instead we prevent that much damage and destroy her. I don't know how that works with Oasis Respite. I'm not sure what happens first. I'm pretty sure Oasis Respite prevents the damage first, so we'll find out that very quickly. They discarded a Wrecker Romp blue, so we had to banish our red Wartune Herald, which is okay with us. Savage Feast is the play. That is going to intimidate us. So before that intimidate actually happens, let's go ahead and Oasis Respite the Savage Feast. And then we're okay with intimidate taking out Genesis. And now we're just going to block with our Ironheart Gauntlet. Oh. Can I not block my Ironheart Gauntlet? Did I miss that already? Oh, he's attacking my Angel, that's why. Let's go ahead and double Oasis Respite this, then that's fine. Wait, she still died? Oh, would they be dealt to a hero this turn? We're learning, chat. We're learning. Okay, that's embarrassing. That's fine. Oopsies. Oopsies. I just typed "I'm dumb" in the chat because that's a big oops. Oh well. As you can see, I'm not used to playing with allies yet, as I'm sure many other people are not. Allies are the new mechanic, and it's a little bit strange. That is okay, though. We are learning, and play mistakes happen, you know? Just reading the card explains what the card does, and that's okay with me. Opponent also said, oh, only grants damage to the hero. And I'm like, yep, only to the hero. But that's fine. They are now going to claw our face here. So we're just going to block for 3 like that. Keep our special shields alive. And then on our turn, we're just going to make a special and attack for 4. Which is going to demand at least 2 cards out of their hand. Probably 3 cards out of their hand. And the game should be locked down with the special shields up. Staying alive. Staying alive. Opponent passes back to us. We are just going to make a special and attack for 4 here. While they're at 2, it's going to demand 3 cards realistically out of their hand. I said 2 last turn, but brain no work well. So they're going to keep 1 card in hand, and that's not going to do much for them. Ooh, Reckless Swing actually is a cute way to... I don't know which one's actually attacking. I don't know which one's which, so I'm just going to go 1 and 2. It's got a warning in the top left, which I don't know what that means, but there was a warning up there. I didn't know which Spectral Shields I just sacrificed, but we chose 2 at random. This looks like it might be a full black from our opponent, or they might go to 1 Arsenal discard. An Arsenal our card, and on our turn... We didn't draw any yellows to give our stuff goer again, besides this Herald Protection. So we are just going to go ahead and make another special shield and get the chipping game back in. Just attack for 1 a bunch. Force our opponent to block with their whole hand. And then throw this War Tune Herald at them. Opponent's throwing the GG out there. There you can see the writing on the wall. Let's go ahead and throw the War Tune Herald at them, and that should be a game. That was a very long game at 23 minutes. So I am just going to upload this one video, and I will be making another Prism video very, very shortly. So leave a comment down below. Feel free to like and subscribe for more amazing Blitz gameplay and maybe CC in the future. Have a good one.